Cole Dalley does have some history winning here. He has won here once in the second cup back in season number 2 when he drove for Penske, but this time he's in a truck and representing Sega Motorsports. What can he do? I don't know, but we're about to find out as he, Joseph Lombard, Tim Fiegel, and Seth Cole are our top 4 as the green flag is now out for Martinsville. Already, some of these drivers, they're not wasting any time as Joseph, he breaks away in second place, but he may not have it for long because here comes Tim Fiegel on the inside. But while they're battling, Cole Dalley, he'll lead the first lap. Now the pit window here, I believe it's around 30 to 35 laps. I put it on ×4, so pit stops will be a factor here as Tim Fiegel, he still works on trying to take it away second place from Joseph. And oh boy, now we see Levi McIntire going to the inside of Seth Cole. That's going to be for the 4th position. As Lombard, he's trying to work on catching back up to the 88. As oh man, now we see the Turner Scott teammates both on the outside. We see Dylan Pulte, who finished dead last week. He wants to try to get a real top 10 finish today. And oh boy, Seth Cole, he almost smacked the wall. Oh, the caution's out. Wow, that did not take long. We have our first caution on lap number 4 out of 50. And we have to see what happened. And oh boy, it looks like that it may have involved Dillon Young and Luke Walker. Cody Llamas, he's also back here. And I think Danny Wells has a little bit of damage. And oh boy, they're stacking up back here. Oh man, Luke Walker, he just ran to the back of Cody Llamas, last week's pole sitter. I don't know what happened, but no one is making an indication for pit road right now. All drivers are staying out. Well, Cole Dalley is still the race leader. Let's see what happened to bring out our first caution of the day. Well, here's having to bring out our first caution. Heading into turns 3 and 4, it looks like Dillon Young, he was stuck on the hot side in a 3-wide situation between him, Jessica Villanueva, and Jesse Turner. They're right there at a turn 4. The 3 truck comes in contact with the 2, and then that sends them straight into the 18, and that sends the 18 straight into the safer barrier. Kris Wascher and Mason Wood were able to get away. Steven Gonzalez gets a little side swipe on the 3 as the 2 spins out in front of the field, and that was enough to bring out the yellow flag. As you see the flag waver waving it. And here we are back at Martinsville. We're going to restart on lap number 9. 3 trucks came down pit road. There were Dillon Young, Kyle Mathews, and Jesse Turner, but no one dropped out of the race. And here's our top 10 order once we get back going. Cole Dalley, Tim Fiegel, Joseph Lombard, Levi McIntire, Jake Baskinger, Seth Cole, Dylan Pulte, Shaun Gallighan, and Eric Burton. I would say, oh wait a minute, Joshua Mudd, he's coming. Oh, Joshua Mudd's blowing up. Oh man, Joshua Mudd just went up in smoke in the number 8 truck. As we're heading back for the restart, no wonder. Cause I saw that truck was busy, but it turns out Joshua Mudd, he just went up in smoke and just took his truck back to the garage area, and it turned out to be a piston. So that was a tough break for Josh there in the 8. He's 29th in points. Now he's only gonna go down. Excuse me. And oh man, we got another truck blowing up. That's Steven Gonzalez. Now he's up in smoke. Oh man, our second truck blowing up in 2 laps. I guess the blow-ups are back, huh? Wait a minute, as we head back to the front, now we see Levi McIntire. He just lost a spot to Jake Baskinger. And oh man, he's about to lose another spot to Seth Cole. They're really racing hard and trying to push these trucks to the limit. We already lost 2 trucks, and it turns out Steven Gonzalez, he had an ignition problem. And Dillon Young and Cody Llamas, they're now 2 laps down. Well, we have another truck that's 1 lap down. That's Jeffery Finguy. And there he is. He's just now leaving pit road. So we just had a problem with the 33. Oops, pace truck. As we head back to the front, it's still all about Cole Dalley, but they're about to catch another truck. It's Jesse Turner in the 18. Jesse Turner, he's still showing on the lead lap, but apparently he's slow after that contact from Dillon Young, and he may be a factor for all these guys. Oh man, the lead pack is already catching some of these trucks in the back of the field. Now Cole Dalley, he's trying to go to the inside of the 18, but he didn't have enough time. That's gonna really open the door for Tim Fiegel to try to make a move. But now Cole Dalley, he goes to the inside and forces the 18 on the high side. But Tim Fiegel, he is not letting off one bit. He wants to get to the inside of that 42 for the lead, and he's gonna try to use his run in turn 1, and he can't do it right now. Jesse Turner's still stuck on the high side. He's gonna let Joseph Lombard and Jake Baskinger pass him by. You know, man, just look at how close the 88 is to the 42. He's trying to do wherever he can to catch that 42. And we're having a battle for third between Jake Baskinger and Joseph Lombard. Baskinger is trying to do whatever he can to clear the 24. Can't quite do it yet, but he may be able to do it in this turn, which I think he will. But Lombard trying to get an outside run, couldn't do it. Still all about Cole Dalley though. Excuse me. The next lap truck in front of him, pace truck. The next lap truck that's in front of Cole Dalley is actually Dillon Young. He doesn't appear to be that slow. He did come down pit road to get some of that truck fixed. But right now, Cole Dalley, he's the guy in charge right now. But don't forget, no one really came down pit road. And it looks like Dillon Young, he's already 2 laps down. The next last guy on the lead lap is actually Danny Wells, last week's runner-up. Not really having a good day today in this short track. Excuse me. Head further back to see if we see any battles. Dylan Pote back here, he has some rear damage. He's still running in the 7th position. 8th is now Shaun Gallighan. 9th is Skye Commons. And rounding out the top 10 is Eric Burton, who has a little bit of rear damage. And here comes Lyndon Wright. He's trying to get into the top 10 for the first time here today. Now back here, now we see James McCloud battling it out with James McCloud. It's the James and James show back here. James McCloud's getting past 30 car as he works on trying to chase down the 21. Excuse me. I think I'm getting sick. Heading back to the front, it's still all about Cole Dalley. However, ever since this race started and the restart came, he has not looked back once. Excuse me. Wow, I sound horrible. But anyway, it's still all about Cole Dalley, and Tim Fiegel trying to do whatever he can to chase him down. But Jake Baskinger, he's chasing down the 88 for the 2nd position. I'm sure Jake Baskinger would love to have a win after what happened last week. He had that real bad flip at Daytona, and he's gotten under the 88 for the 2nd position. He's gonna try to pass him, but he can't quite do it yet. Tim Fiegel, he still had the faster run on the outside, but Baskinger, he is not giving up. And Baskinger, he clears the 88 for 2nd place, but now the question is, can he chase down the 42 for the lead? But Cole Dalley, he has a very, very strong truck today, but it's all going to come down to pit strategy. Once these guys take their pit stops, we just hit lap 25 at a 50, so we have 26 to go. We've now hit the halfway part of this race. The field is pretty much single file at the moment. No battles are really going on right now. But Jesse Turner, he's still slow. The leaders are gonna catch him again. So wherever Jesse Turner goes, he may be a factor for whoever wins this race as well. He's about to get passed by 2 of the Hendrick trucks, Jessica Shelton and Cody Llamas. There's Luke Walker and Kyle Mathews. They appear to be slow. They'll catch Jesse Turner in no time too. As we head back to the front, still all about Cole Dalley. He has a half-second lead over Jake Baskinger. It looks like Tim Fiegel's trying to do whatever he can to chase back the 11 truck. Jake Baskinger trying to do whatever he can to close the gap on the 42, and it's still about half a second. But Cole Dalley, he's still He's still making his way around the field and not looking back and not trying to make a mistake. Wow, that sounds bad. But anyway, back here it looks like Tim Fiegel's trying to do whatever he can to chase back the 11. Let's ride on board with the 88. And oh man, Cole Dalley, he just went a little bit to the outside. That's gonna open the door for Baskinger to catch up. But Tim Fiegel, he's trying to look to the inside of the 11 truck, but he can't quite get there yet. The gap is definitely closing up. It may be almost time for these trucks to come down pit road. Cole Dalley trying to do whatever he can to hug that inside, but Baskinger, he's holding the inside line a little bit better than the 42 at the moment. Tim Fiegel trying to do whatever he can to chase down both trucks. Heading further back here, Seth Cole, he had a pretty good, decent run at Daytona last week. He would love to try to stay where he is. He would love to get a top 5 for the Turner Scott team. Joseph Lombard, really, he's the best running Hendrick truck at the moment. So Joseph, he's really looking for a good run here today. But don't forget, pit stops or another caution may change everything. And look at Jake Baskinger. Jake Baskinger, he's almost on the back bumper of the 42, but he still can't quite get there. He's getting closer and closer every lap. But the question is, when these guys have to come down pit road? I said that the pit window was between 35 and 37 laps on ×4. But it looks like every single lap, Baskinger is getting closer. He's got it down to 0.2 of a second. And oh boy, they caught back up to Jesse Turner. They've caught back up to the 18. So the 18 is going to have to go high, and Cole Dalley, he's going to have to go low. Right now he's doing some mirror driving because Jake Baskinger, he's there. He's waiting for the 42 to slip up, and then he'll be under him. The 11 can't quite get to the 42 yet, but he's looking. Heading all the way back here, Levi McIntire, he's back himself in the 6th position. Shaun Gallighan still in 7th. Pote's dropped back to 8th. They were having a battle for 9th between Eric Burton and Skye Commons. Now we see Lyndon Wright trying to get into the top 10, trying to get around the 39 car, in which he does. Lyndon Wright, he did say that he wasn't having a good season for the 21 team. He drove for the 20. He drove for the Wood Brothers in Season 2 of the Sega Cup, and he decided to come back for their truck team. And they have caught Jesse Turner. Now they're going under him to get around him. Now he's 2 laps down, but he doesn't show to be having he doesn't show to be causing a problem for these lead trucks. As we now see Joseph Lombard trying to get around the 18, as well as Seth Cole. But Cole Dalley right now, ever since this race started, he has not looked back. He's just showing pure dominating fashion in that 42 car. But Baskinger, he is not giving up. It seems he gets closer and closer every lap, and oh man, I think he's trying to get a little outside run going as we switch to the spectators camera. Still no one making an indication for pit road yet. And oh man, they're getting closer and closer to the lateral. And oh man, turn 4, Cole Dalley, he just went to the outside. This is Baskinger's chance. And oh man, he's diving to the inside to take the lead. Oh man, the exit of turn 4. I don't know what happened to the 42. He just went to the extreme high side. But oh boy, pit stops are going on. And Baskinger, he's the first to come down. Is this strategy for the 11? I don't see anyone else coming in. Oh, we got one more guy. That's Shaun Gallighan. But now the question is, pit stops are happening. Who's gonna take a chance from this? And Cole Dalley, he's making his way to pit road. Tim Fiegel and Joseph Lombard, they're staying out. Cole, McIntire, and Pote, as well as Qualls, they're coming in. But Eric Burton and Lyndon Wright, they're staying out, as well as Skye Commons, James McCloud, and Jasmin Acosta. Tim Fiegel decided to stay out an extra lap, but now he and Joseph Lombard are coming down. Now what about Eric Burton and Lyndon Wright and the others? Yes, they're all coming down. And it looks like that the 33 is staying out, or he may have already pitted already because he's shown in the 34th position. But now the question is, where are these guys going to come out? Tim Fiegel, he is shown as the race leader. But we're going to take a look and see where some of these other trucks are. As pit stops cycling around for all of these guys. I'm trying to see if I can find one of the past lead trucks. There's a Jake Baskinger and Cole Dalley. Cole Dalley, he's come back out in front. There's Joseph Lombard, Chris Kyle, and Tim Fiegel. He's coming out. And oh man, Fiegel, he's coming out. And oh, he almost came out in front of Cole Dalley, but he couldn't do it. And oh man, now they're fighting for second place. They're fighting for second place, and that's going to give the lead back to the 42. Yes, indeed, Cole Dalley, he is once again back as the race leader. Pit strategy almost worked for the 88. Now Dillon Young, now he's showing a lap down. He's showing in the 34th position. As Jake Baskinger, he's trying to do whatever he can to fight for that second place spot. But Cole Dalley, right now, he has no competition, and the laps are winding down. The only thing that can slow Cole Dalley now are some of these lap trucks up ahead. As Tim Fiegel, he's still trying to break away in second place, but Jake Baskinger, he's not going to allow it. He's trying to get an outside run over the 88. Jake Baskinger trying to run as fast as he can on that outside line, not letting Fiegel get past him, but I think Fiegel is going to clear him this time by. And I think he has. And Chris Kyle, oh man, last week's winner, he almost came out in front of the field. That would have been close. That would have been a close call for the 99. But as I said, the laps are winding down, and it's still all about Cole Dalley. And right now, no one's around the 42. But the 42 right now, he's caught up behind Jasmin Acosta and Danny Wells. He almost has a full second lead over the rest of the guys, and he just went to the outside. Oh boy, that's not good for the 42. He needs to try to hug that inside because we have 3 laps to go. A lot can happen in 3 laps as Tim Fiegel, he's trying to do whatever he can to chase down that 42, but I don't think he's going to have enough time. Heading out turns 3 and 4. And oh boy, there was also contact between Danny Wells and Eric Burton. Oh man, that was close. But right now we have 2 laps to go, and Tim Fiegel, he's there. All he has to do is just try to get an inside run on the 42. But I don't know if he can do it. They're heading out of turns 3 and 4 for the final time, and we're coming to the white flag. The white flag is out for Cole Dalley. Just 4 more turns and a straightaway to go. Cole Dalley is blocking the 88 and trying to do whatever he can. And heading into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Tim Fiegel has nothing for Cole Dalley. Cole Dalley, he will come down the front straightaway and he will win the Kroger 250. Cole Dalley goes coast to coast in Martinsville. Pit strategy worked to perfection for the 42. And he will win the second truck race of the season, and he captures his first win of the season. Cole Dalley has just become a Triple Crown winner in my leagues. Tim Fiegel, you got to give it up for the 88 truck. If he would have had just a few more laps, he may have caught him. And you also got to give it up for Jake Baskinger, too. He drove really, really hard out there, but he had nothing for the 42 or the 88. Trucks R2. And this race is in the books. Cole Dalley goes coast to coast. He starts on the pole, and he wins the race. Excuse me. Anyway, as I said, Jake Baskinger, the highest finishing rookie, he ends up 3rd place today. Seth Cole ends up 4th. Joseph Lombard rounds out with a top 5. Levi McIntire ends up 6th. Matthew Daleo ends up 7th. Alex Drayton 8th. Chris Dollerton 9th. And Shaun Gallighan rounds out the top 10. Let's see. Skye Commons, Charles Jackson, Dillon Theroux, Marco Salpietro, and Trent Dunham round out the top 15. Then we see Kris Wascher, Mason Wood, James McCloud, Jessica Shelton, and Jessica Villanueva. That rounds out the top 20. Then we see Jonny Gardner, Preston Plourd, Lyndon Wright, Jeffery Finguy, and Dylan Young. They must have had bad pit stops because they were around the top 10. They round out the top 25. And then we have Luke Walker, Kyle Mathews, Cody Llamas, Danny Wells, and Eric Burton rounding out the top 30. We almost had a wreck between the 5 and the 51. Eric Burton, he was the last truck on the lead lap. Then we have Jasmin Acosta, Dillon Young, Eric and Range, and James McCloud. Oh wow, fell. James Qualls, rather. They were 1 lap down. Then we see Chris Kyle and Jesse Turner. They were 3 laps down. Then right around the first restart of the day, we had Steven Gonzalez and Joshua Mudd end up blowing up. So we had 2 trucks with engine problems here today at Martinsville. But hopefully that'll change once we hit the 3rd race of the season. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this race. The next race to be uploaded is the NASCAR Second Cup Series race at New Hampshire. And hopefully my voice will sound better because I know my commentary was a little bit bad for this race. But anyway, congratulations one last time for Cole Dalley for winning the Kroger 250. And we'll see you next time.